PDS. So let's go to option 1. So this option, what it does is it displays the member list present inside a particular PDS. So if I just want to display a particular PDS, for example, this particular PDS, I want to see what are the members present inside this particular PDS. I can just give blank in the option. Notice here that I have not selected anything here, and I just press enter. So you will see that it gives me that this particular PDS has only one member. Now let's come back. Now this I, it tells the information about the dataset. So let's go back. Let's give I, and it gives the information about this dataset, that it is a PDS and this is a fixed block. Okay, and record length is 80, and other information like volumes, tracks, the date on which it is created, and then if there is an expiry date, it gives here, and so on. So let's come back. The next option is B. B is for browse the member of a dataset. So here if I give B, and since it is a PDS, so we can browse through this B command. Please note that if you give a PS file here, you will not be able to browse the content of the PS file, because this particular option is only for member, which is clearly written here. So let's give B. Sorry, see, you can see that we got an error message saying that enter member name. That means I have to give the member name here, which is C3, and then give enter. So I can see the content inside this particular PDS member. Now let's go to option C. What it says is compressed dataset. Now this option is very useful when you are trying to edit a file and suddenly you get an error message saying that the space inside the file is full and you are not able to edit it further, or you are not able to save it. So what you can do is, in that case, you can just go to that particular file and you can just press C. So it will compress the file. So let's try this. So what it says is pattern name not allowed. That means it is expecting the whole PDS to get compressed, not a particular member inside that PDS. So let's try that. So you see here we got a successful message of compression. That means our dataset is compressed successfully. Now the next option is sort dataset information. Now here we saw what is I. I is dataset information. Sometimes we can use S also. This particular option gives some details of the dataset. So let's try this. If I just give S, since it is a PDS, so it gives me a PDS, then record length, and then it gives me information about management class, expiry date, number of allocation, and so on. So either we can use I if we want more details, or if we want short details of that particular data set, we can use S. Now let's try to use D. D is used for deleting a member. Now let's try. Now if you just give D and you give the member which needs to be deleted inside this particular PDS, let's see whether the deletion happens or not. So I just press enter and it asks me a confirmation that whether you want to delete. I say yes. So it says that member C3 deleted. Now let's go back to option 3.4 and see. You can see here that this particular PDS was available previously. Now after the deletion, let's refresh it by using ref command, and let's go inside. See that there is no members in the dataset. Previously we had a member called C3, so that means the member is deleted. Now let's go back. Now let's try another option, which is E. E is for edit a particular member. Now I'll just go to option 3.4 and I'll see that we have few members inside this particular source library. So we have 4 members. So I want to edit, for example, C. So I'll just go back. I'll just give option E here and press enter. So it brings me to edit mode. So you can see that this file is opened in edit mode and we can do the changes inside this file and we can save it. Now let's try another option. So the next option I have is R. Now what R says is it can rename a particular member. So you just give R. So what it says is enter required field. So it asks me to give the new member name. So I'll just say D. Let's press enter, and member C is renamed. So great. Let's go inside that particular member and see. So I go here, I just give refresh, ref, and you'll see that the C is renamed now to D, but the content inside this is not changed. So rename only changes the name of the file name. Okay, so let's come back. Now the last one is V. V is used for viewing a particular member. So let's try this. Now I want to view the content of the particular file, that is D, since we have already renamed C to D. Let's see. Great. So it gives me the particular file with the V command. So in this section, we learned about option 1, that is library, inside this utility selection panel. So in the next section, we'll see the option 2, which is to create a dataset, delete and remove the catalog information or uncatalog the dataset or display the information of the entire dataset.